The purpose of our lab was to try and figure out the unknown climatograms from the given climatograms that we had. We also had to try and figure out how the biotic factors limit the diversity of the plants from the sun, evaporation, and humidity. These abiotic temperatures were temperature and precipitation. In the city of San Francisco, the average annual temperature is 17.08 degrees Celsius and the total annual precipitation is 19.2 centimeters. The San Francisco biome is found in the Mediterranean biome. The Chaparral biome climatogram closely resembles San Francisco for this lab. The precipitation and the temperature follow the same pattern in that the precipitation decreases as you get to the summer months June, July, and August and increases afterwards. The temperature increases as you get to the summer months and lowers afterwards. San Francisco or Mediterranean biome has a higher annual average temperature and lower rainfall or precipitation than the Chaparral biome, making them different. However, I do consider them to be the same biome because even though their exact figures are different, they are not that different. Also, they follow the same pattern of hotter, drier summers and cold, wet winters, with less rainfall relative to other biomes yearly. If there were droughts in the 30-year period, then there would be little or during little to no rainfall. This will create outliers that drag the precipitation down. Drought may also cause hotter climates and increases the average temperature.
For our lab, we had to examine unknown biomes and try to associate them with the given biomes for our lab. The first biome, unknown A, most closely represents the middle latitude grassland. It has the same basic temperature range as well as the same participation range and patterns. Sun could be located in the Great Plains. With this stable amount of precipitation year-round, the grassland could be used for growing crops because there will be an ample amount of water to support these crops. For the unknown B biome, it most closely resembles the chaparral biome. They follow the same patterns in that the temperature increases as you get to the hot summer months, while the precipitation decreases. They also have the same range of numbers. This biome could be located in dry areas like Los Angeles and San Francisco. This biome supports plants and animals because they have all adapted to the hot summers and mild winters. Some plant examples include cacti and shrubs. They have small hard leaves to store moisture. The biome unknown C represents the tropical rainforest biome. Its temperature, like the given rainforest biome, stays the same throughout the year. Its precipitation is large compared to other biomes, but decreases a lot through the summer months. This biome could be located in South America. This climate can be used for sustaining all sorts of wildlife and trees. There's a lot of rainfall year-round, and the temperature remains the same. This means that animals do not have to move around too much because the environment is stable. However, you do not want to grow farms in rainforests because you'll have to cut down trees and wildlife. The biome unknown D is probably the middle latitude desert biome. Its temperature spikes in the summer while its precipitation remains below 3 centimeters. Animals usually go here because their ancestors had tried to escape competition in other biomes. The organisms here are well adapted to the hot climates and little to no rainfall. And all the plants have widespread roots and thick stems or spines that can help them absorb water. The animals that are usually rodents that burrow in the ground.
A place's latitude normally determines a place's biome or climate. The latitude usually determines a place's climate because it determines how far or near it is from the equator. If the places are in the same latitude, it means that they receive the same amount of sunlight. This will greatly affect the type of biome they're in. The tundra and the desert biome are similar in that they both have little to no precipitation and that the temperature increases in the summer. However, the temperature does not change a lot in the desert biome, while there is a huge change in temperature in the tundra biome. The precipitation spikes in the summer for the tundra biome, but is not in the desert biome. In the tropical rainforest and the tropical deciduous forests are similar in that the temperature is similar with the same pattern and the range. However, they are different because in the deciduous forest, the precipitation decreases a lot in June and July, while in the tropical rainforest, it is the least in November. Although latitude is a huge factor in deciding what the climate is in a place, the biomes are distributed by temperature and rainfall, not latitude. Therefore, this is why Lawrence, Kansas, and Nashville are different biomes, even though they are in the same latitude. One can tell that the biome are located in the southern hemisphere because the temperature curves are opposite in the northern and southern hemispheres. If the temperature decreases going into the middle of the year in months June, July, and August, then it is on the southern hemisphere. Based on our final data, the biome that had the most rainfall was a tropical rainforest, the one with the least rainfall was a tundra, the one with the highest average temperature was a tropical rainforest, the lowest average temperature was a tundra, and the most consistent year-round temperature was a tropical rainforest, and the most variable year-round temperature was a tundra.